Okay, so we got 2 games left with Egor. If you saw the only other video that's probably on the site at this point, then this is the deck we're working through right now. Again, just one of the ones I opened from the Asmodee sale. Trying to play every deck I own at least 5 times, so I'm opening these decks very slowly and just trying to kind of get 5 plays with them kind of as I open them. I really only get to play on like Saturdays and maybe like one other night of the week, so it's been slow, but that's fine. I've got content for days now, months. Um, I didn't even get that much stuff from the Asmodee sale, so. But anyways, we've done 3 games with this deck so far. Oops. We're at 1 and 2. The last one we just won kind of just got a lot of tempo, and we're able to just kind of keep their board from doing much, and that was their primary amber control. You can see this deck does not have much amber control, so it really has to get that early tempo. But if it does that, against creature-based decks especially, this amount of creature control really does a lot of work, especially along with Fangtooth Cavern and then 3 Soul Keepers, and then a lot of Power 2 creatures. It's fairly oppressive creature control, I would say, for, a 60 SAS deck, so it's not the worst thing in the world, and I don't mind playing low amber controlled decks if they kind of have something else like that going on. Like they still have a path to winning, um, depending on the matchup and stuff like that. So see if we can just find another match. I am playing this in casual. I really just make a judgment call after looking at the deck on which I think it should go in. If it looks like it has something that's going to cause potential a decent amount of unfun for my opponent, then I'll probably just play it in competitive. But this one, I don't think there's a lot more potential for me to have less fun, so just gonna try and leave it like that. Let's take a look at this again though. We got the key charge, and there's actually not a bad amount of like pips and amber generation in here. We've got the Harmonia, we got the imprinted Murmuk, regrowth unnatural. So there is a lot of ways that we could actually get that off. I haven't had all that stuff kind of line up at the same time, especially with the imprinted Murmuk. That's kind of like the dream, but we're still going. All right, so got a Grumpus deck, always fun, but 6 Semper Tribute, so that's probably gonna really bite us. That wasn't a bad hand, I just didn't want to start out with a bunch of stealth modes, and then the Harmonia, like, we definitely just want to see after they built a bigger board, so oof. I think I'm actually gonna just drop the Kincan first. I know there's no amber, so it's not really doing much. But we'll see if he ends up exalting some to try and kill it or whatever. Let's see if we can get some value out of that, but otherwise, if he gains amber this turn, I should have a couple options for getting that amber back. Okay, so that Ludo is going to be a problem. Not going to be able to kill with a Fangtooth anytime soon. This is where Toad is nice, though, because I can actually sacrifice that to the Fangtooth until I find something else. I could just Draining Touch it right now, because he's got... I don't see... Yeah. I don't see much warding, so I think I'm okay doing it that way. We did Reap, so we did steal that with Kincan, which is fun. And we're going to camouflage that Kincan, and hopefully we'll get like 3 or 4 more upgrades, because this deck has just so many upgrades. It's got all of that, and then it also has 2 Explo Rovers, which of course it doesn't count towards our overall count, but 9 upgrades on a creature with 2 Light of the Archons is pretty fun. Unless he Twin Bolts it. That's fair. I have another one. And that Babbling Bibliophile is so dead. So, I mean, we still haven't killed this Ludo, which is a problem, because that does give this guy some freedom to do stuff, but I think, yeah, we're totally fine to just go back into Starlands here. It's kind of become my habit now to just play things in ascending order of power. I think we're actually I'm gonna throw it on Moon just to see if I can actually get value out of this stunner. Like I said, I'm not really hurting for upgrades to put on the Kincan to save it from the Fangtooth. If I can actually find the Light of the Archons. Oh, well, there goes the stunner, so never mind about that. Berserker Slam, so I lose an Amber 2. I think we're going Dis next turn. Again, I really gotta get rid of that Ludo before those 2 city states? Yeah, oh no, 2 city gates. I mean, it's not super terrifying, except for the Tribute 6 Emperor. Like, that's an Amber swing that I think I just immediately lose with this deck. So we want to spread these out because I'd have to actually see again how the triggering works. Sneaky. I missed that. If the same creature gets tagged for destruction more than once. I don't think it can be, so I think it actually works that it destroys the next most powerful once one of them procs, but it doesn't matter. I didn't need to kill Dr. Billy there. Except that Fire Breath could be bad if he actually fights with the Raptor once I have a board, which this deck doesn't seem to make huge boards, except for maybe with... No, it just doesn't make huge boards. Okay, so he's got the Scudam on the Raptor now, which is definitely a problem. He's going to kind of go crazy with that, so I might just want to not play creatures on the next turn, so Fangtooth will kill that. So he's... Oh, he just reaped. Okay. Don't really want to play Untamed yet, because I can't actually blow that up. Go Star Alliance. Oops. I always do that. I hate that you can't drag to make them actually be an upgrade. Pull back the stunner just to gain the Amber here. We're going to put everything on the Rustnar, because Walls is going to blow up. Okay, so there goes my Rustnar and the Millie. So here's the situation where I may not play any creatures. I'll just play the Unnatural for the Amber. Yeah. Except it kills the wormhole. This might actually be the right play. I'm not stopping the key either way, and this way I give him a chance to play a few more creatures. I'm going to get Berserker Slam and Ludo, just in case he has a way of getting that back. I don't want him being able to protect that Amber. And... Oof, Imperial Forge with the Tribute is also scary. I didn't see that at first. That one's got me a couple times recently. It's a pretty gross card. Okay, so Unnatural is available. So is Red Alert. Untamed actually gets me into check, though. So we'll go Untamed. We're going to drop the Nepeta Gigantica. And I just don't want him to be able to blow up Amber on that. So that is check with the Murmuk. I don't expect that to last. Again, we're still waiting on Tribute Sixemper. City Gates can capture. He's probably got a decent amount of logos, though. We haven't seen logos in a little bit. Goes back into Saurian. Phlox'em, glad he doesn't have a spiral here. Second City Gates. Discards the Meteor. He could have played the Meteor before Phlox'em because it doesn't kill these guys. It's 6 or higher. And captures 2 on the Phlox'em. So we don't forge. This might be a board clear turn. Feels a little bad. I think I need to do it. Yeah, I'm just playing these out for fun because everything's going to die. Okay, so we're back in check at 6. Again, double City Gates. I don't necessarily expect that to last. But he has played a lot of... Oh no, he hasn't played that much Saurian actually. Well, 6 with the artifacts. 5 logos. 5 Brobnar, so fairly even split here. But he goes back into Brobnar, which means I'm probably forging this key. Discards Volcano. And just plays a War Grumpus. So, I can kill the Grumpus here with... That's fine. I don't think I need damage on it. Stealth mode 2 is just another one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's only 1.8 Amber control, but 2 stealth modes, I shut down my opponent's Amber control very often. So, yeah, it's not a great deck, but I think there's more to it than what people would probably give at first glance with a lot of those disruption cards. Okay, so Harmonia's not doing anything for me yet, so I probably leave that. Let's just see if we can punch that Tribute or Sixemper. Nope, Sanitation Engineer. You're welcome. So the other trick would be to try and put enough upgrades on my Explo Rover to where he's actually bigger than anything he can put down, so that the Sixemper has to hit my creature instead of his. Fortunately, I have 0 upgrades in my hand right now, so got 1 more light. The Archon's coming. Don't have a way to draw that. Harmonia's getting me 1. Regrowth gets me 1, but that puts me at 4, which he can just capture with Tribute. Wonder if that's even the right choice. It might not be. I think I'm going to go to 3 here, but not 4, so that I can try to stealth mode for the win once I draw a little bit more Untamed, or Star Alliance. Except I do have this, but there's no way I'm going to check this turn, so so that means we're going to actually play Xenos first, then play Harmonia. Whoa. Discard the Key Charge because I don't think I'm winning off that here. Imprinted is just something else for him to deal with. And then we're going to stun the Hapsis. This card, like, it's not super special. It's not the worst. Like, there are definitely worse artifacts. I've heard a lot of hate for this card, but 5-power creatures are definitely worth stunning fairly often. I mean, it should have an Amber Pip or something, like Wretched Doll should, but what do I know? Okay, so he's just reaping out. He's probably got most of what he needs in hand for the combo. Probably just waiting for me to get more Amber. Let's see, I've got... But he can City States anyway. So I should have Regrowth. Dang. Because this doesn't get him. Oh no, it does. Because it's 2 and 2. Well, let's see. Happy with their ordering. And we'll just go to 6. And we're actually, oh, dang. We're at check on 5. So maybe this was not the best Fangtooth game. Hope we didn't miss the tribute, or the stealth mode. Again, there's still the city gates, so it's not over. I bought myself a turn. To at least fight back for those, which is probably what I'll have to do here. And just keep getting this bigger so that, again, the 6 Emperor has to hit this instead of one of his creatures. There. Okay. And they're spreading out too, which is smart. But I will probably just drop Stunner, fight, to go back into check. Stun there, and then fight. Has to have a creature to tribute onto. So you have left and Saurian. Oh, he has no Saurian creatures left. So that might be the game. Again, I don't think they could 6 Emperor anyways because of the Explore Over, but Brobner. Definitely doing some better stuff than I expected. I think that, most of it is that Star Alliance just doing a lot of disruption and kind of a lot of what's the word? It's not Exodia, Voltroning. Just making one big dude. Kind of does a lot of things and letting the Fangtooth kill everything while that dude does stuff. I mean, it's 26 ass compared to those, so it's definitely kind of the star. I think the Untamed is fine too. Like, I really don't mind anything going on in this deck except for really low Amber control, so we got one more to play with this one, so let's go ahead and just hop in. Got a game. Shard deck. It's fun. I still don't own a shard deck. I think I'd really enjoy them. The Shadows one is so good. This is going to be rough. But I think I might have enough creature control. That Mars is very creature heavy. Cool with keeping this hand too. And this is where, again, a lot of that conversation breaks down, where like I can play a 60 SAS deck fairly competitively in casual, and I don't really know, where the line is for that. But this deck would do nothing in competitive queue, so it's just like, where do I play this in a place where I'm actually gonna like get to really see what it can do? Oh, buddy. That Zookeeper is just such a problem. Dang. Oh, I have nothing for it, which is bad because this deck has a decent amount of creature control. Oh, we're just going to try for it. And we are going to make the Rustnar actually a pretty big target too. So they have a lot that they don't like here. I have nothing to steal with Kincan because they don't have Amber yet, but yeah, they're going back into Mars and going to pick up something. My guess is it's the Kincan, but again, this is not stuff they're happy about either, so... Wow, 2 shards down already. Just makes that even scarier. But this one, I just gained 3 amber once he's got those 3 shards down. It's just so gross. Okay, so shut down the Untamed Fighting, which is fine. So I think we just go Dis and deal with the Zookeeper at least. And I think I'm actually... They have 1 Exhume. I'm not worried about it. Let's hit my stuff. Sure, I don't know. I probably should have just purged this, but I'm gonna Exhume it right now, I bet. I bet. I've been playing against so many life wards lately. It's just kind of annoying card. Okay, so probably gonna fight, which is really unfortunate because if they didn't, I would be able to key charge. Why did they not play Sky Booster back down? Scared of Harmonia or something? That's okay. We're just gonna get more of this stuff down. Threaten. Don't mind warding that, but I really don't care about trying to get that off right now. I need to be pushing board presence. Cycling, really, I need to find Fangtooth. I think this is a pretty important matchup to have that. Especially once that life ward goes off. Okay, there's Ronnie. It's fine. I mean, it's not great, but... Okay, so there's life ward, which means we're going Star Alliance. I'm just gonna start loading this guy up. I don't think I need a fight right now. Just reap and stun the Dominator. But yeah, you can see how much burst, even just with 2 shards. This deck is just going to start going so much faster than I can deal with. So they should still have that Sky Booster. Do they have a... Yeah, not really anything too crazy to combo with. Okay, so I can do some fun stuff with Untamed turn here. Stunning. those two. Okay. So we just play this first because I actually get to keep my entire board alive. And then reward those two. Keep that, because I don't want them exhuming that. And I think that is fine. It's done. And we'll go ahead and just let's put this on Harmonia. That was a very good time to get that natural selection. But like I said, very creature heavy Mars, so. Oh. Gave me back my Can. And Exhume is why we did not kill the Ronnie or the Schuler. I don't know about that play. Throwing all those Mars creatures back in. They don't necessarily do a ton for. Ugh. Why'd you have to go and do that? Yeah. I have basically a decent amount of response cards in here. I'm still waiting on that Fangtooth. But if we can Fangtooth Harbinger, I'll be able to get most of that Amber back. I'm fine with this. Losing Harmonia is not fun, but oh, I got the Resonator. Okay. It's fine. And stunning most of my board. So do not forge here. But we are going to go Star Alliance to again clear most of his board. And we're going to load up this Can. They'll still forge, but that means they don't have any Amber for me to steal either with Can. But I mean, they have artifacts down for all of their houses, so Can isn't really doing much anymore, and we share, I guess, just one house. Nerve Blast to kill the Feathered Shaman. It's fine, they're not killing the Murmuk. The problem will be that Shard of Greed. If they can get one more Amber, the game's pretty much over. Made me discard Nepeta Gigantica, that is not a problem. Do I think they can take me off of, I guess it'd be 2, because I can stun the Yancey Gang. Stealth mode, and then Gamgee doesn't fire because I don't have enough more Amber than them. I think that does it. Stun there, and stealth mode. I did forget to see if they shuffled back in Ronnie, but did not. Oh, that's because it was still on the board when they played the not finished with you. I still have this down though, so it'd still have to be. Oh man, the Heist Knight would have been brutal. There you go. That's actually pretty surprising. Did not think that deck would have a winning record. But there you go. That's Egor Slackjaw Intricate. Ended up 3-2 in casual, but for a deck with 1.8 Amber control, I'll take that. So